Dude, my brother, when I was old enough to where it was cool for him to have me like come stay with him, that this one summer I went and stayed with him for like a week or something. And he didn't tell me what was going on. He woke me up and he goes, "Hey, we got to go witness an execution. Get ready." This is exciting. These are good.
It's like that. Those fucking little seahorses at the play park when you're a little kid.
Yeah, this one doesn't feel quite as dangerous, so you don't get quite the thrill.
Recoil and fucking.
Dude, those things are wild. Well, yeah, you could like run at it and then dig the nose in the dirt and then
catapult yourself back off.
Yeah, human pult.
Oh yeah. Oh, how about the roundy? What would they be called? The roundy round. People call them merry-go-round,
no,
but that's not the right term.
Wait, that is a merry-go-round. A carousel is the other thing.
Oh,
right.
Merry-go-round, carousel, merry-go-round.
I don't even care as though.
Yeah. Those were intense.
Those were Well, because you'd get you'd get 5 kids to like try and spin the thing as fast as humanly possible, and then like whipped people off of it. Like kids went flying off of that shit.
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh, and the early ones that were just metal. Those are like.
Oh wait, there's ones that aren't.
Oh, later they started to add like I don't know, like a little bit of a cushion or like a softer material.
Oh, not like where I grew up, man.
A plastic coating on. Some had like a plastic coating on the outside.
Ours were half painted, and then the rest was rust. That.
Oh yeah.
Just the color to get hottest from the sun.
And they won't change it out until a kid falls through.
Yeah. Until a kid gets tetanus, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And they're like, all right, we'll paint it. That's the Florida public school system.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking public parks.
Did you ever go on one of the ones that's like the wooden castle thing?
There used to be a pretty cool wooden.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Where
it's just like this wooden fortress thing in public parks.
There was one when I was a kid in Boyd Hill. Boyd Hill had a pretty sweet wooden. It was more like a treehouse, I guess, somewhere between treehouse and castle.
There was this huge one at this park in Merritt Island by my elementary school. And that thing was wild. There were like wooden tunnels and stuff in it. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah,
like little cubbies you could hide in and shit. Like that was a crazy place to play tag or hide and seek.
Did you ever go to the, I think back in the day, the Hands-On Museum? That was over in St. Pete.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's at the Catholic Church.
Well, yeah.
I grew up on the other side of the state.
Yeah. That's right.
But when I was a kid, I went to one with my grandma in Panama City when like my parents dropped me off to go visit her for a week. She took me to one because she didn't know what the fuck else to do with an 8-year-old. So we went to one of those kind of things.
Kids Museum or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one had something called the Touch Tunnel, which was the Hands-On Museum had a touch tunnel.
Yeah, dude, this is not going good.
Yeah.
This is poor marketing.
Probably some sort of lawsuit.
Not my touch tunnel.
And it was just a pitch black tunnel. That's all it was.
Oh, that's definitely a touch tunnel, bro.
Yeah. It was you had to
you had to touch the wall to get through. It was like a sensory thing. I mean, that's cool for all the autistic kids for sure.
Yeah.
That's bad naming though.
Yeah, it was innocent back in 1990, 1995.
Well, somebody knew what they were doing. Like the writers of Ren and Stimpy knew what they were doing. You know,
true.
Like come on.
My mom didn't let me watch Ren and Stimpy. I caught very few clips here and there as a kid.
I wasn't supposed to watch Ren and Stimpy, but when me and my buddy Michael Pilo got in trouble for doing one of the dances and singing one of the songs in first grade.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're like, it's a TV show. It's our favorite show. And she's like, you guys need to stay after class. Or whatever the punishment was when you're 7.
It was just in the middle of class, or was it like a show and tell and you prepared something?
No. It was like during recess. But we were doing it
Oh,
right outside
okay.
the classroom. I think maybe she opened the door and we're like, we got to do this song right now, or
Oh,
something.
you were
I don't
doing it
remember.
for her?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't realize because
Oh.
we're idiots in 7.
What other shows were on the no-fly list?
Oh, my parents didn't want me to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah. When I forget what age they stopped giving a fuck, but
But
definitely when I was young.
my dad
Simpsons.
would watch Unsolved Mysteries every Saturday, and I'd fall asleep to that, which is
Ooh.
I'm sure that's way better for a child than The Simpsons.
Yeah. Ooh, I'd say even Twilight Zone kind of fucked me up at points.
I would like dream about the that spooky intro with the ghost lady on the road of the old
Oh.
Unsolved Mysteries. I had like scary dreams about that lady all the time. But yeah, can't watch a cartoon. But Dad's got to watch that every Saturday.
What was your first R-rated flick? Do you remember that?
Oh man, it was either Predator or Nightmare on Elm Street. My brother
Okay.
showed me both of those movies when I was like 3.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's intense.
Yeah. I don't know which one was first, but for a while, for like a few years after, every once in a while he'd take steak knives to his fingers and put on one of my dad's hats and pretend to be Freddy Krueger at me. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That older brother torture.
Yeah.
I lucked out. My older brother was very nice to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, my brother's 12 years older than me too,
Oh,
so it was
okay.
like, yeah, I'm 3 and he's 15, and so he's probably still not even supposed to be watching, Predator and that stuff.
Mine was Forrest Gump.
Oh man, you're
saw
so
it.
hard.
Dude, I saw Jenny's titties.
That's true.
That was
And
my
was
first
it?
titties.
Did you pretend to? Were you like in front of your
Uh,
parents?
Yeah.
Did you pretend to not look at them?
When I was very young, my mom would cover my eyes. And then later in life, I was trusted to cover my own eyes. And of course, I snuck peeks at Jenny's titties.
I went and saw Titanic in the theater with my mom when I was a kid, and I like had to do there was no conversation about it or anything, but I knew I wasn't supposed to look at titties. So
How is that such an instinct when you're a little boy? Just
I don't know.
it's like I know this is something's awesome, but I'm not supposed to look at it.
Maybe that's just organized religion. I think this feels awesome. Nope. Yeah, but I did one of these and one of like, is she looking? I'm being a good. Yeah, I saw those titties.
Nice. Jenny's titties?
No,
Okay.
Titanic titties.
Oh, Titanic titties. That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
they were medium size. They were regular sized titties.
Yeah, but in the movie
Titanic. Yeah,
Gotcha.
those ones.
Shit.
Yep, and there we go. Oh, are you getting a phone call? Are you going to take a phone call in the middle of this? Oh.
I brought presents for the
Bailey?
podcast.
Why?
Just because.
Hell yeah. What? Oh, man. I wish I would have had these 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the day after St. Patty's Day, corned beef is on
Oh.
sale for like half price.
Nice.
So I bought 3.5 pounds of it. I figured that's enough for me.
Fuck yeah. That
And-
sounds like a great amount for
Yeah.
one person.
And I popped it in the old Darth Vader Instant Pot.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, these have been great to put in there.
I found those in a cart outside of Target in the cart return. That's-
Really?
My new favorite thing is occasionally finding stuff that people left in their carts outside.
So you think this just fell out of a bag that was kind of
Yeah.
like
It
overflowed
was
and they
just,
didn't
like,
notice?
in the corner of the cart.
Not
kinda.
somebody looked at him and they're like, this isn't what I wanted. Fuck these leaves.
No.
When I was like 17, I worked at this fancy old folks home. And it was my girlfriend around the same time. Her mom also worked there. She was a cook. I love that lady. I called her Wacky Jackie. She hardly let me call her that. She didn't let nobody else call her that. But every single time that she'd like cook a big roast, she put bay leaves on it. And I'm like, hey Jackie, You want me to clean that off? It looks like somebody dropped it outside." Every single time. And every single time she was still like, "What? What happened to it?" And it's like, "It's got leaves on it, Jackie." And she'd be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up."
Oh, wait, was that your first job? Old folks home?
My first job was at Arby's.
Arby's, yeah?
Yeah,
Did
hell
you
yeah,
fucking
man.
eat a lot of beef?
Oh, man, I ate so much beef.
Mm,
Well, depending on which manager was there, you couldn't really
that's
steal
true,
it.
too.
But
If the
way that
GM's there.
the way that they slice the beef and like have it sitting there, it's not like you're taking a full patty of something, or like it's kind of like how fries are. If a couple fries end up in your mouth throughout your shift, nobody's gonna like know. It's not like the count's gonna be off later.
Mm-hmm.
And if a few slices of that roast beef, every once in a while, the dude back there would be like, "Hey, here you go." Because I was too young to use the slicer. You couldn't use the slicer at all till you're 18.
That's real nice. Some
But-
old man feeding you the meat.
Yeah, well, it was right next to the hood. So, oh man, there's this lady in the morning. She made the sweetest fucking tea all the time. And she'd tell you when she trained me to do mornings and like open, and she's like, "The recipe says this, but honey, you know that ain't good." She's like putting twice as much sugar as you're supposed to, and they kept getting mad at her. But she was the only lady that would like come in that early every day and do that. So they just kind of, yeah, that lady was funny.
Who was she your favorite coworker there? Who was
Oh man,
the coolest?
There were, well, the guy that gave me the meat, he's like 12 years older than me, and he went to school. He played on the football team with my brother. And he thought that was cool that he was working with his friend's little brother, but it was really just kind of sad because he was working with his friend's 12-year younger brother, There was this one, man, Arby's was wild, dude. There was one lady that got, she was like a shift manager. She was kind of a bitch, and she ended up getting fired for stealing money. And like she did the same things when she was the shift manager at McDonald's before that, apparently.
Dude, we had a couple managers stealing and just nothing never got caught.
I guess this lady stole enough.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like when I heard the amount, I don't remember what it was, but it was like thousands of dollars or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There is a guy at Domino's. He would so one manager would drop money into the safe slot and half the time not pull the lever because she was that lazy. Like literally just couldn't be bothered. Like every couple times she'll pull it. So the other manager making pizzas right like next to the safe would just walk over there, grab a bill out of the slot, right in the pocket, back to making a pizza.
No shit. Did they catch him?
No, did it for months and months.
Huh.
Never got caught, eventually left.
Huh. Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. 'Cause he was fucking overworked and underpaid, so
Yeah.
fucking take your little bonus.
We had this one dude, he was a shift manager. He had like some Acura, and he'd like smoke weed with me out there.
When you were
When I was like 15, 16,
Nice.
yeah. There was this one guy late at night. He'd if people pay for milkshakes with cash, he'd just give them extra milkshakes and pocket all the cash. He was weird. He told me this story about, he's like,
fucking
I'm like this kid. This guy tells me this story. He's like, if you eat acid and you come in a lady, then you'll make her trip too. And then
Holy shit, words of wisdom.
yeah. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it sounds like kind of some bullshit, but
Yeah.
it's still like when you're 15 or 16, you're like, whoa, really?
Oh, goodness. That's incredible. It's just like, when somebody shotguns your weed.
Yeah.
Just like that. So was that the end of fast food for you? Just Arby's?
Yeah, I only did Arby's.
Nice. Good call.
And then, yeah, thanks. And then fancy old folks home. Well, I worked for this guy that had a junkyard for a while. When I was, she was like my friend's grandpa. And it wasn't like cars. It was like everything that, like a landlord would need, toilets and bathtubs and shit.
Okay.
He'd get contracts at the old housing spots for the Air Force Base to when they were about to demolish their stuff.
Ooh.
You buy the rights to whatever, this many
You just
appliances
get
or
to go in
whatever.
and
Yeah,
pick
and he'd
'em
just
out,
give me
or-
cash and just lug a bunch of shit around.
Nice.
He'd buy me cigarettes. Oh man, it was weird. We'd stop by the hood and like he'd be like, "We gotta stop here," and like we'd sit with him, like play dominoes during the morning because I was just riding around with him. Yeah, it was
Yeah?
wild. Yeah, he's
Was
a
he,
white
like,
dude too.
Picking up
Yeah.
weed or something? What
I
was he
don't think
doing?
so. I think he just like either one of those guys has some places or stuff that he does business with, and he likes to
Ah.
check in, or like somebody was doing somebody a favor. I don't think he was buying weed.
Hmm.
He didn't care if I smoked weed, but he wasn't into it. Oh yeah, I worked for a catering company in Tampa.
Serving, cooking, what were you doing?
A little of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, like prep cook or like the big side dish stuff, and then go serving. That was cool. You do a fancy wedding, and then they just like overbought champagne, and you're like, here. That's I was like 18 or 19 working at that place.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
taking home a case of champagne.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is real nice. First place I ever applied was McDonald's.
Yeah.
Did not get hired.
Really?
Yep.
You weren't McDonald's material, huh?
Dude, I am not, apparently. Yeah, I did an interview and everything. Didn't
Really?
didn't get chosen by
Oh boy.
fucking old McDonald.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had a buddy who worked there too who suggested I apply.
He's probably the reason they're like, we can't have any of this guy's friends here.
Maybe so. You know what? I hadn't really thought about it that way. Because he
Yeah.
was such like a good kid. He could have been a complete shithead at work. That could have been him like
Or maybe he
rebelling.
was like spoiled and just wasn't used to having people telling him what to do. Yeah. You know what? I think it's you. It's him, not you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling better about myself.
Hell yeah,
now.
man.
Thanks. Yeah. Fuck McDonald's. That's where this is going. Fuck McDonald's.
Where did you end up working then?
Eventually I worked at an animal shelter
Okay.
for a year and a half. Pet pal animal rescue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did volunteer hours there for fucking scholarship stuff.
Oh, for Bright Futures.
Yeah. And eventually I hung around long enough they hired me.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was,
What do you just a lot of just cleaning piss out of stuff?
Oh yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Dog kennels. Fucking just scrubbing shit. Picking up shit. Spraying shit down.
Man.
A lot of shit.
How
Yeah.
much did they pay you?
Minimum.
Yeah,
At that
was
point,
it
it
like
was
$6.90 or some shit then?
No, it's probably $7. It might have been $7.50.
Oh, okay.
$7.25.
Okay.
Into 2007. So whatever.
Yeah, when I
minimum
first
wage.
started, minimum wage was because I think must have had that job in like 2002 or 2003 or something. And minimum wage was like still $6.90 or something.
Didn't go up very fast.
I remember there was like it hit $7.50, and then it was like a long time before they did it in Florida or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Welcome to Florida.
Well, fucking Florida. It's a great place, honestly.
I mean, I do fine here.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up here. I'm Florida, man.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I mean, where else am I supposed to be this weird at?
I mean, other places, now that I've gone and hung out other places, they're pretty cool, but I mean, Florida's got everything.
Yeah.
Anything you could want within like an hour drive.
Well.
Just about. Okay, 2 hour.
Well.
2.5. You can get
Yeah,
from
if you
center
wanna-
of the state to
If you want to go to
coast.
Disney, then you maybe too if you're really lucky.
Shit, I haven't been to Disney in 12 years? 13
The
years?
last time I went was 2 years ago,
Okay.
or maybe a little more than that.
Fucking, we used to, my favorite thing was Busch Gardens middle of the day during the school year. Fucking, you pretty much just stay on the front row sometimes if you want.
Dude, my brother, when I was old enough to where it was cool for him to have me like come stay with him, that this one summer I went and stayed with him for like a week or something, and he didn't tell me what was going on. He woke me up and he goes, "Hey, We gotta go witness an execution. Get ready. And he lived in Orlando, so it's a bit of a drive to Busch Gardens. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, really? I'm freaking out. He's like, yeah, I gotta do it. It's like jury duty.
Wait, what age were you?
I was like 15, mate, or something, I think. One of the times I went over to his house, he shaved my head, and then my mom was so mad at him when she came and got me. But yeah, dude, I didn't until like now. What I know is like 75 or 275 or something, and I saw a sign like for Busch Gardens because like I was old enough to go on roller coasters with them, so we went on fucking everything. That was a good time, and they were doing free beer. There was still a free beer period, which I think they started doing again. But yeah, so he drank beer, and I hung out with him, and we went on the ride. But yeah, for like, dude, for the whole time getting ready in the morning, and then like an hour and a half down the road, man, I'm freaking out, thinking I'm gonna have to go watch a guy die.
Dude, that would be just like the perfect mixture of terrifying and tantalizing.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. I didn't. Yeah.
Am I gonna have to watch
like,
somebody
really?
die?
Really? Man, my brother did some fucked up shit to me. Huh? This podcast is Roger's sibling trauma.
Yes, that'll be the title. Roger's sibling trauma with Roger Hughes and Miles Neff.
Sibling trauma.
No.
How much older is your brother?
3.5 years, almost 4 years.
And he was nice to you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were like two peas in a pod.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I guess you're similar enough ages.
Yeah, definitely.
Is he?
You're like a whole generation apart.
Yeah, it's weird. We're both Year of the Rabbit, which it is the Year of the Rabbit this year.
Yeah, every 12 years, my brother is a rabbit.
Oh, really?
My dad's a rabbit. Pretty sure. I think I'm a horse. 1990. Pretty sure I'm a horse. Didn't know if you were aware.
Yeah,
well, definitely a horse.
Is yeah. You know what? Come to think of it, you do act like a horse.
Yeah, thanks for noticing. I clop around, fucking.
Yeah.
All right, it's getting so chilly. I gotta put on my jacket.
Okay.
I gotta be right back.
Is this are you gonna come back with more bay leaves? Is this some weird other gimmick about it? Miles forgot his keys. He had to come back and get his keys. He's opening the truck now. He's reaching into it. I wouldn't quite describe this as a jacket, I don't think. I'd say a heavy flannel. Perhaps not quite a jacket. Ooh, is it inside out? Yeah, it's inside out. I was telling the audience just now, I wouldn't describe this as a jacket per se, more of a heavy flannel.
Yeah, it's a flannel. Did I say jacket?
Yeah.
God damn it, we're gonna have to start over. Take this from the top, rolling.
All right.
Welcome to the podcast.
I feel like we got the script down.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's an excellent location that you picked. It's chilly. Just enough wind, I'm assuming, to get in the microphones every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to manually cut shit out.
The sound of an industrial-sized air conditioner just going off for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like today is not a day you need air conditioning.
No.
Or maybe I wonder if one's like a walk-in cooler or something.
This is actually an experimental noise album we're producing right now.
Spoken word album, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever written a spoken word song? Like an ambient?
Ambient? Not
ambient. But like with
ambient.
spoken words on it?
No, not really.
Mm.
I've got like a couple songs that have talky parts in them.
Okay.
But not really spoken word. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What
there is this
ambient with spoken word.
So I lived in this house in St. Pete for a while, and there were 4 of us, and everybody was like an audio engineer and or a musician.
Nice.
Oh, Elliot and John. I lived with them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And then Elliot was learning to play drums, and somebody else was. Essentially, we made a band of people playing something other than their main instrument, and I'm just strictly an engineer. So, I mean, I know how to play stuff, but not. I don't practice or nothing.
Yeah.
So, one of Elliot's dad is a silly man, and he comes up with these wild band names. One of the band names was the fucking Cacophony, which is a great band name. So we stole that, and it was just a bunch of weird shit. And we only like recorded stuff on the phone every once in a while, but we had one where our buddy Ronnie, he was on it, and he was just playing some he got
Ronnie
a new
Lee?
delay, huh?
Ronnie Lee.
Yeah, the tall ginger guy.
Yeah. He used to play with my buddy Paul Proco. Did you ever meet him?
Oh yeah. That's how I met Devin. Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
So that band is still going on. It's just got John is the drummer now for it, and it's still Nick and Ronnie. Nick lived there too.
Okay.
At some point in time, all those guys. Yeah, we all lived in that house. There were only maximum of 4 at a time, but yeah, Ronnie got some new pedal or something, and we just did this for shits and giggles, and I just wrote some song about Will Smith and Sigourney Weaver and aliens and something. Yeah,
Nice.
It was spoken word ambient song.
And you did vocals?
Yeah. Through a kick drum mic, through a guitar amp, and I just scream and shit. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We had a song about my cat, Mr. Pickle, called Little Tiny Yeti.
Ooh.
Because he's white. That was cool. Well, we'd all just have jam parties, and I just
Nice.
try to improvise lyrics, and people come over and play on shit. That was a fun house. I'm surprised that you never ended up at that house at some point.
Yeah, never did.
Ooh, and we had another one that was The Alligator Man was a song.
The Alligator Man.
Yeah, that was good.
Was that the hook?
Yeah. It was like a Tom Waitsy song. One of the lines was, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He's like Santa Claus's brother, only he was the mistake. He's the Alligator Man.
Damn. So what's your bomb meal? That's my favorite question on this podcast.
Oh, bomb meal.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How do you soothe the bad feelings?
Whiskey?
Yeah. Good old belly full of whiskey will solve the problems.
Used to, what I would do is if I would bomb somewhere, I would go, the bar's not around anymore, Wilson's in St. Pete, and they had karaoke every night, and I would just go scream country music at people.
Nice.
If I was like feeling really bummed out about a set, I'd go there.
Fuck yeah. Did you know this dude Pete? I think he ran karaoke at some point.
No, I didn't know anybody there, know anybody there. No, I just.
So you weren't a regular. That was your belted out place.
That was when I would show. Yeah, I'd show up just to go to that.
Nice.
Or I only went there if I was like on some trashy date or or like just bombed, and I got sit there and get on the list and fucking sing some Charlie Daniels or Garth Brooks or somebody.
Nice.
And not the Garth Brooks song that anybody wants to hear. Not Friends in Low Places or anything like that. I'd do Rodeo.
Oh.
That's a badass song though. They got like this spooky organ part in it.
Yeah. I'm not familiar.
That's
with
a banger. Yeah, it's not a banger for karaoke, but it's a cool tune.
Yeah. I used to Uber people out of Wilson's.
Oh yeah.
And the fucking smell.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, the cigarette. Just
that
clinging.
thing was just. They had the cigarette eaters from 1980 something, still in there, and you could tell that those things are not working to peak performance.
They had them running.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think they were just there, but yeah, it was like that. It was
at
just.
This point. Oh yeah, that place.
Yeah, that place would stick to you, dude.
I would hit up this bar downtown called Masteries. I'm sure.
Masteries. Oh, I try not to go to that part of town.
No.
No, I stay. Not. I guess I'm too cool for it. Or
too cool for downtown.
No, I stay. The closest I'll go is the Hold.
The Hold. Okay.
Yeah. Which is shit. What's?
It's on 9th, right?
No, that's 3rd Street.
Oh.
It's connected to. Oh,
Third.
I don't know why I can't remember the name. They're the only
Oh,
place in downtown that has Malort.
Malort. I had it once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dude, we did our St. Patrick's Day party at work on Thursday, and I had to because I'm the chair of the engagement committee.
Oh, are you?
I had to, yeah, of course I am.
Dude, you're the party master.
Yeah, dude. And so I went to Total Wine to pick up booze for the party that everybody had agreed upon and was like approved to purchase and everything. But I showed up with a bottle of Malort back with me, and I'm like, just so everybody knows, I paid for this with my own money.
Yeah, that's.
I got a couple people that night. I was good.
Yeah.
I love taking new people because I work in downtown Tampa. I'll take new people to the hub because they got it too, and they pour. Did you ever used to go there?
No,
I
went there once for a death metal show.
It's like their thing is just like a crazy pour.
Yeah.
Like
I think I was drinking PBRs there.
Like probably. But any liquor drinks, it's
heavy.
Like, yeah.
Nice.
So Malort comes in like what's like an up glass.
Okay.
Yeah, and they fill it to the fucking brim, and you got
glass. Is that like almost like a little? Flute?
It's not like a rocks glass. It's
Okay.
it looks like one, just a little smaller. I think. I think that's what you call it. I don't know. It's not something that you're supposed to put a whole fill completely up with Malort.
Oh.
I think it's like if you pay a charge for like a shot and a half on like a nicer whiskey or something, it comes in that kind of glass.
Okay.
It's smaller than a rocks glass still. But yeah, or maybe that is a rocks glass, and my hands are just large now.
You got big hands all of a sudden?
It's, as compared to when I was a child in bars.
Yes.
I still got a half a bottle of Malort in my office.
Yeah,
anybody sends a bad email, I'm coming at them.
Nice. How about Underberg?
Underberg?
Have you ever had one of those?
No, what's that?
They call it digestif. It's
oh, okay. Technically, Malort is one, but it doesn't taste like Fernet or anything like that.
Oh yeah, Fernet. That's the word. This kind of has an fucking that black licorice anise. That flavor, good old anus flavor.
Yeah. They hate us because they anus.
Yeah.
Anise, yeah. I only got a nephew.
You're missing out. It comes in this little bottle with this tiny little top on it. So unless you turn it perfectly at 45 degrees, it will
it doesn't come out, or does it just go
flow well?
Blop,
yeah, it'll
blop.
just go blop blop blop. If you don't know to turn it at 45, you're gonna prolong this disgusting fucking shot. Which is fun to watch somebody do, but
yeah,
pretty not good. But it's 25%, whatever to sell in a beer bar.
Oh,
They can sell them in
okay.
beer bars.
Okay, yeah, because
19%.
Malort is technically a liqueur also. It's not quite 80 proof, but I think it's like 70 proof or something. But yeah, the alcohol flavor is not the worst part of it, that's for sure. I've given enough people Malort to nowadays that like whenever anybody sees anything Malort related, they send it to me.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Did
that shit's my jam, dude. I fucking love getting people.
How many people have you shown the commercial to? The what is it? The guy doing a promo for Malort where he's just like pounding Malort and just getting sloppy as fuck.
Oh no, I don't know if I've seen that. No.
Yeah, it's this looks like a homemade promo.
Well, they're all homemade. Well, that's like their whole marketing thing. Like all their social media is like, this is awful. Fuck with your friends.
Oh,
yeah, and it's like post your Malort face and stuff like that. Like,
shit, that might have been an official promotion.
Yeah, it might. They might have paid that guy for that video, man. Yeah, I'll go camp out in the infield of NASCAR for their night race, which it used to be in July. Now it's in August. And for the past few years, I bring Malort with me. And it's just like it's like a festival for rednecks, essentially. Everybody's camping out and partying the whole time.
Yeah.
Even when there's nothing going on the track. So people be walking around and say, hey, you guys want a free shot? And one year I did it. We had like Gentleman Jack and Patron up, and then I'd look at my buddy Jason and be like, you know what, Jason? I think these people, they need the good stuff. And he's like, you know what, Roger? I think you're right. So he put the Patron and Gentleman Jack to the side and bring out Malort, and they're like, oh, what's this? I'm like, oh, this shit's great, dude. You guys are gonna fucking love it. And then last year, I brought 5 bottles with me.
What the fuck?
I brought 5 bottles with me, and we handed those 5 bottles out in 3 days.
Oh, you might be their biggest customer.
In Florida, I might be. Florida is the #1 place outside of Illinois. It's a Chicago
really?
thing. Yeah. So outside of Illinois, Florida's the #1 place. I think they might make some in Florida too, which I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, they should send you a plaque or something.
I'm trying, man.
At least a T-shirt.
Yeah, right. Oh, my buddy, I've made him do Malort enough now where he's starting to do it to other people. And somebody to his office for Christmas sent him a Malort Christmas sweater. If an anonymous person did, he still doesn't know, and it wasn't me.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's how far of a reach that this whole Malort thing I've been doing is getting. Yeah, they need to fucking.
Yeah. You should get like one
secondary of those anonymous people, like 3rd degree people, are buying merch of theirs. Like
you need your own promo code for their website,
dude.
Go to malort.com/Roger.
You heard it here, Malort. Oh, we can totally tag Malort in this.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
terrible shit they make.
Yeah, it's so good though. Well, and also, I mean, the thing when you're handing it out to people, if you don't take a shot, you're not gonna. Anybody that's wary of it, because some people will be like, "Can I smell it?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not gonna really tell you nothing." They're like, "It smells awful." It's like, yeah, whatever. It's fucking liquor. You got to take the shot with them in order to talk them into it. So there was one point, my buddy Jason's wife says, she like kicks me. She's like, Roger, you're the more you drink, quit doing this to yourself. Number one, it's bad, but the more you drink, the less that you can hand out to people. So I started faking them.
Faking shots of Malort.
Yeah, dude. With people. Yeah. Everybody's all drunk and they couldn't tell. And you do. Or I'd have a couple bottles in front of me and just do this, and then we just had a bunch of little paper cups. Yeah, and you keep talking to people while you're doing it, and they don't. It's like that's my own magic trick.
Nice.
It's just faking Malort shots.
Hell yeah!
I didn't even need to. The last year, even while I was passed out, people that were hanging out in our campsite, and my buddy Jason, he's getting people to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first year I gave it, they're like, "Why do you do this?" And I'm like, "You'll get it." And then and this last year I got people working shifts for me now, bro, handing that shit out.
Fuck. Yeah. You got a whole operation, Malort operation going. So I guess people are starting to show up. You want to do the big fucking exciting exit question?
Ooh, what's that?
Where do you want to be in 5 years?
Oh, man. Well, I own my house, so maybe kind of there.
Okay. At home occasionally?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like exactly?
Yeah, like a GPS. Give us GPS coordinates.
I mean, I definitely see myself staying here for another 5 years or so.
Yeah.
If not, it would be maybe Atlanta or somewhere where it's lucrative to like do Foley work for people.
Something
I've been working towards because where I work is awesome. They let me, they're like, "Hey, Roger, you know what a professional post-production studio is supposed to be like. Here, do it." So they've been, I've been lucky enough for them to let me do that kind of stuff. And, so I'm like doing hardcore movie Foley stuff for commercials.
Fuck
just because I can,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to just be doing more and more of that. And if they let me keep doing that, and I'd own the house, so
yeah.
Well, there's no sense in moving my shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, probably here-ish.
All right.
I guess. Ooh, that's a banger, man. I didn't know you were such a journalist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
wow.
I fucking bring out the big guns. Got to get to the bottom of it.
This podcast brought to you by Jepson's Malort and Good Gather. Whole bay leaves. Good grief, good gather. There you go.
All right. Fucking. What sound effect do you want for this fist bump? Maybe that one. All right. Sweet. Well, that's a podcast.
Cool.
Hey there, gluttons. Like and subscribe. Check out Roger Hughes and everything he does. He's on Instagram at Roger that. Check out our other podcast, Comedians on Shrooms Getting Haunted. You can Google that or just go to Instagram or TikTok, Comedians on Shrooms Getting Haunted. Fucking Facebook. We're everywhere. Oh, also, halfcashbowl.com. Alright, bye.